Hello and welcome. This video is aimed at our users that are familiar with the basic app interface and function. We'd like to give you a few quick tips and tricks to help you get the most out of breakthrough stats for your tracking needs. You can edit or delete shots from the shot chart by touching a shot on the chart, and then it will be highlighted in the play-by-play. You can slide your finger from right to left to bring up the delete key, or if you just touch that in the play-by-play, you can bring up the edit interface where you can make edits to the shot or delete it there as well. You can move shots on the shot chart by tapping and dragging the shot wherever you would like to relocate it. You can save a lot of time and effort by just tracking one team with no players in a game. This is useful if you just need overall team stats. So for example, I'll create a new team. I'll just call this My Team, and I won't enter in any players. I'll touch Save, and then I'll go to Seasons and Games, and I'll create a new game touching the plus button. I'll use My Team, and I won't select the visitor team. I'll just touch Save, and then I'll hit Track Stats. You'll notice now whenever I enter in a statistic, like 3-point made, I simply have to touch where the shot was made after that on the shot chart, and it automatically adds that to the team, saving me time because the app already knows that there's only one team I'm tracking, so all stats are automatically assigned to that team. You can also save time by tracking data for only one player. In this case, I've created one team, no opposing team, and I've just put one player, my son, on the team. So now whenever I enter in a statistic like a free throw made, it automatically enters it in as my son because he's the only player that I'm tracking, and the app knows that. If I hit a 2-point shot, then I simply have to touch where on the shot chart my son made the shot, and the app automatically enters him as the one who made it. Coaches can streamline data collection for their team by not entering players on the opposing team. Most of the time we want specific data for our players, but we really just want overall team data for the opposing team. So in this example, I've selected our team, which is the Thunder, and then I've selected the visitor team, which is the Heat, and I haven't entered any players. When I touch Track Stats, now I can track all my specific stats for my team members, and then I can just track stats on the opposing team, saving me time because I don't have to tie stats to specific opposing team players. You can also rearrange the input screen to make it easier for you to input stats. So if I'd like to move the stats up above the players, I simply need to drag this and drop it there. And I can also slide this up and down in the play-by-play to increase the area I see in player stats or in play-by-play, depending on what I'm looking for. You can save more time by going into the settings and getting rid of things you don't need. So for example, under the team game rules, I'll turn off on-court shot locations, and that will disable the shot chart, streamlining my stat collection process. If you tap a statistic like a 3-point made, and then you sub in a player, the player that you sub in is automatically assigned the statistic that you just tracked. While tracking a live game, you can view key game stats to quickly see how your team is performing compared to the other team. We do this within the tracking interface by touching the report button at the top and selecting the team we'd like to view key stats for. Here I get a quick visual breakdown of how our two teams are performing. I can see how my team is performing in top level and key stats versus how the other team is performing, and note areas that we might need to work on for the remainder of the game. Thanks for watching. If you have any additional questions or comments, please don't hesitate to contact us.